Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here as we get ready for qualifying for race number 5 of Season 4 of the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. We are here today at ISM Raceway, formerly known as Phoenix International Raceway, getting ready for our qualifying event for our 26 non-charter drivers. Front row is going to be comprised of Mustangs, as it's going to be the No Limits Racing Ford Mustang of Pedro Lucas. On the pole position alongside of him is the 93 of Mike Wiley out of KAB Racing Enterprises. Pedro Lucas is looking to make his second Duracell Cup Series start of the season. In the other race that he did make, which I believe was back at Las Vegas, he was the highest finishing rookie in that one. Mike Wiley, however, is still looking to make his Duracell Cup Series debut in a chartered event. Behind them, it's going to be Natan Amiedo and Harrison Ponder. Row 3 is going to find Taylor Gerdes and Will Goss. Will is also trying to make his way into his first start. Taylor made his first start last week at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, which saw Dylan Young go to victory lane in a photo finish between himself and rookie Brad Stover. Stover is going to be rolling off from the inside of row 4 in the 7th position. Let's go down trackside and get those most famous words in motorsports here today at ISM.
Drivers, start your engines!
Check down the description below for today's official starting lineup. Going to be 32 laps of racing here today, which is just a little bit over halfway distance of tomorrow's charter race for the Fan Shield 500. Of course, with this being ISM, the configuration different to those that are old school fans of Phoenix International Raceway. These drivers are now going through what is 1 and 2, formerly 3 and 4. The start-finish line used to be down here on the straighter straightaway, midway down this straightaway here. But the start-finish line now is over on what used to be the back straightaway and has that huge runoff area, the dogleg people call it, which allows them to go 4, 5, sometimes even 6 wide for position. Chris Dollerton is down to his last championship provisional, so if he does not finish in the top 6 here today, he will be out of championship provisionals to make it into the main event races. So if he finishes outside of the top 6, it's the top 5 and Dollerton that will make it in. If he finishes in the top 6, it will be the top 6 that make it in. Let's roll in the desert! There you see already them fanning out 3 wide. Whoa, that's Michael Rude down there on the inside line trying to make some ground up. As he went down below the yellow line in turns 1 and 2, which is legal. There really is no out of bounds here at ISM. So these drivers will use every inch possible of this racetrack. As Chris Dollerton back there, 3 wide. Dylan Poteet 3 wide ahead of him. Top 5 are single file. This is the battle for 6th position between a couple of Camrys. Michael Rude on the bottom, Brad Stover trying to make back-to-back starts in the chartered events. As Lucas and Amiedo, teammates out of No Limits Racing, pace the field, followed by Mike Wiley, Harrison Ponder, and Taylor Gerdes. They're 3 wide further back again. That's Poteet caught in the middle. Joshua Osborne on the outside. Chris Dollerton on the bottom, who got really loose there on the exit of turn 2. Had to lift and is going to lose a couple spots as a result. It actually is going to shift him into the middle between a couple of the Mills Motorsports teammates. Laura Chung on the bottom and Justin Dearborn up on the top side. Stover and Rude continue to battle for that 6th position, and now Dawson Wise has joined this group. As Dollerton has faded back now to the 13th position, so right now the top 5 up here would be the ones that transfer. It's hard to tell if there was contact back there between Dollerton and Laura Chung, or if Chung just by herself went from the racing surface down below the yellow line to the apron, but I think there might have been a little bit of contact between the 27 and the 83, and there's contact! Zach Stoltz off the nose of Daniel Voiles. Quentin Moore's collected up as well on the back straightaway. Caution will undoubtedly fly for the first time here today at ISM. Stoltz took a hard hit to the left side of his race car into the inside wall. A lot of damage as well to the 63 of Voiles, as Pedro Lucas has to try and bring the car down slowly for the pace car to be able to pick them up. Green light was on, so I'm not certain anybody could have come to pit road, as they all had still passed the pace car. At least the top 5 or 6 had. Would have been a penalty, so probably they'll, if they are going to have to come to pit road, they'd pit this next time around, but I don't think they have to. I think they can make it the full 32 laps on what they've got in the tank. So, as Lucas shows the way, let's go back and take a look at a replay of what put out the first caution of the day here on lap number 5 at ISM. See if we can find out what happened here. Let's see if maybe Voiles got a little help from Quentin Moore. Moore's awfully close to that left rear quarter panel, and yep, turns him down to the right rear of Zach Stoltz, and ooh, that's a hard hit to the right side, and then I think he's going to go down and get the left side here. No, he does not. So he pancakes the right side, and then Voiles probably got the worst out of all of that, as he not only hit with the left side of his race car, but then he also hit with the right side and the rear to the inside wall. Quentin Moore there as well. Doesn't look like he got nearly as much damage on his Aris Toyota Camry. Voiles was looking to make, I believe, his second start of the season. Quentin Moore was also trying to do the same, and Zach Stoltz was looking to make his series debut, but looks like all 3 of those drivers now, just based off of damage and or loss of track position, may not be making it into the main event here this weekend at ISM. Let's go back for the green flag here at the ISM Raceway, as we are less than 10 laps into today's non-charter event. Green flags have to come back out here on lap 10 of 32, giving us a total of 23 laps to go here in the non-charter race. Looks like everybody that was involved in the wreck has made repairs, returned to the track. Question is, how up to speed will they be? Moore, Voiles, and Stoltz restarting 24th, 25th, and 26th. It's going to be teammates up front, though. Pedro Lucas has led every lap so far. His teammate Nathan Amiedo lines up second. Then Mike Wiley third, Harrison Ponder fourth, Taylor Gerdes in fifth. Right now, they would be in transfer spots due to the fact that Dollarton is outside of the top 6 right now. Michael Rood, Dawson Wise, Brad Stover, Will Goss, and Dylan Poteet are going to see what they can do to fight their way up into the top 5 here on this restart. They line up 6th through 10th. Green flag back in the air here at ISM. Nathan Amiedo was ready. Thought about jumping up to the outside of his teammate for the race lead. Now might be making a move down here into turn 1. Nathan has made 2 starts this season, I believe, in the Duracell Cup Series main event races. He is second in the rookie points as well, only to Samet Ozkan, who has 24 points in the rookie standings this season. Nathan Amiedo behind him with 14 points. There's a couple of other drivers that have 10 points, being the highest finishing rookies in their respective starts. Pedro Lucas is one, Brad Stover is another, and I'm trying to remember who the other driver was. I think it might be Quentin Moore. As Nathan Amiedo has gone to the race lead, Mike Wiley trying to go for second place. So the one driver that probably did not want to see that caution was Pedro Lucas, because now in the span of about 2 laps, he has dropped from the top of the board back to 3rd place. And unless he can get down here in front of Michael Rood, he may lose more. Rood has moved into 4th, and Brad Stover has now moved up into 5th. Another driver that is starting to really fade back is the 69 of Taylor Gerdes. He started in the 5th position and now all the way back to 7th. Rood has not quite cleared Lucas for that 3rd position just yet, as the battle for the transfer spot will be on shortly. If Harrison Ponder can get up here, stick the 41 to the outside, that would be a battle for 5th. Right now it's a battle for 4th between Brad Stover, last week's runner-up finisher at Atlanta, and pole sitter Pedro Lucas. Battle is on for the lead. Mike Wiley takes a look into turn 1 on Nathan Amiedo. Daniel Voiles is other non-charter teammate we saw get caught up in that incident back on lap 5. He is somewhat off the pace, so this is the only opportunity for a second KB Racing Enterprises car to make this year's main event race at ISM. And Mike Wiley, who started on the outside of the front row, had a tremendous qualifying lap, putting together a good race run as well, as Michael Rude's going to follow him into the second position. Right now, Lucas has been able to slot in front of Harrison Ponder, so he's still in a transfer spot in the 5th position. And Atan Amiedo is now under fire for 3rd by Brad Stover. Stover, ooh, he drove it in deep. Is he going to get the left rear quarter panel off of 4? He's there. And now Atan Amiedo is stuck on the outside line. Further back, we've got some good racing mid-pack. That's where we find Joshua Osborne, Chris Dollerton, Justin Dearborn. There's a Subway Toyota of Smet Ozcon, Rob Evans in this group as well. And now Dawson Wise to the inside of Will Goss. That is a battle for the 9th position. And we're halfway through this race. All these drivers stayed out under our only caution so far, which says to me they're good to go on fuel. His teammates now battle. That's for 4th. Lucas on the bottom, Amiedo on the top side, Harrison Ponder waiting to see if the 41 can make the pass, and then he'll try filling the hole there. Ooh, there was some contact back there. I don't know if you saw it right side of your screen, but Laura Chung bumped Taylor Gerardis into turn 1. And when I mean bump, I mean literally shoved. So these drivers, as this race continues to progress, especially around this transfer spot, they will be using the bumpers a lot more. And now as Lucas clears his teammate Amiedo for the 4th position, Amiedo is going to tuck in line and try to see if he can hold off that Chick-fil-A Toyota. Behind them, though, Laura Chung, Taylor Gerardis, Dawson Wise, all mixing it up. That's for the 7th position. Dylan Poteet trying to join this group. Justin Dearborn back there as well. You could throw about 7th on back through 14th under a blanket right now. Nobody's really getting away from anybody here today. And of course, a big story that we will be talking about heading into tomorrow's main event. None of them are here in the non-charter event. All of them are chartered rides, but S3 Motorsports is 3 for 3 in having one of their cars go to victory lane here in the Duracell Cup Series. Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, and Charles Sanford have all found victory lane, as Michael Rude would love to win this non-charter event. Remember, these drivers up here, right now, they are into transfer spots, but now the two of them are kind of battling to see who's going to start 37th in tomorrow's Fan Shield 500, but the lone man out, going back to the S3 Motorsports conversation, the lone man out for the team that has not gone to victory lane yet was the driver they brought on board as a rookie last season. That is Cole Deaver. Deaver is still looking for his first career win. Could he complete a 4 for 4 sweep in S3 Motorsports drivers going to victory lane here at ISM Raceway? Things have really settled out here now. We saw them double wide, 3 wide on that restart. Now everyone is single file. There's not a battle to be had inside of the top 10. Best battle right now is going on outside of the top 10 for around the 13th position. That's where you find Chris Dollerton alongside of Joshua Osborne, Rob Evans, and Smet Ozcon about to go side by side as well for the 15th position. And now we got a battle further up. That's Dawson Wise looking on the inside of Taylor Gerardis. Dawson Wise is the only driver out of Michael Norman Motorsports that is a rookie this season, and he is looking to make his 2nd start of the year. The past 2 seasons, a rookie has won Rookie of the Year out of the Michael Norman Motorsports stable. Season 2 was Cody Lamas, and last year it was Austin Colano driving that 81 car. Of course, it was a Toyota Camry at the time, though. As these drivers continue to battle amongst themselves for around the 8th position. Right now, the final transfer spot is still being held by the 36 of Natan Amiedo. Battle for the lead has been going on up here, though, between some yellow and black machines. Michael Rude now to the inside of Mike Wiley, who had taken the lead for a brief moment. And if these 3 continue to mix it up, you might see those guys, Lucas, Amiedo, Ponder, and Laura Chung, possibly reel these drivers in. Rude's going to lead that lap. 7 laps to go here at ISM, and these drivers feel they've got a comfortable enough distance back to 4th place that they can battle each other here for this victory. Brad Stover, what a momentum streak he has been on in that 80 machine. Last week, rookie of the race at Atlanta, finishing runner-up to Dylan Young. Almost became the first rookie winner of the season, but came up about, I think it was 9/100ths short. And right now, he is in a transfer spot, currently in the 3rd position, looking to the inside of Mike Wiley for 2nd. There was contact right there. He bumped the 93 up the track. Looks like he was the one that licked it, though. Talking about Stover, allowed Wiley to gather it back up. As these guys realizing, hey, we're already locked into the show. If we continue to run where we are, let's not wreck our race cars, because there's only 5 laps remaining as Michael Rood hits the line. Laura Chung is on a mission. She's trying to get to the inside of Harrison Ponder. That would be for 6th. And then put her for a shot to maybe get up there and pass Natana Miedo for the final transfer spot into this week's main event race. But you can't quite seem to clear the 79 as Ponder continues to hang tough on that outside. And I believe we're to the point now that if a caution were to come out, the race would be over. Chris Dollerton is back there, I saw on the outside line, nowhere near getting a top 5, so Dollerton, who come into this race had used up 4 of his 5 championship provisionals, is going to be using up his final one here today, as he tries to cross over to the inside of Will Goss. That is a continuing battle for 12th place. That's been going on for the last 10 laps or so. Dollerton comes into this race currently 10th in the overall standings. He, of course, has that charter win back at Manassas, the 2nd race of the season. And so now his goal is going to be to have to race his way into at least 5 more regular season races after we leave ISM. See that slower car of Zach Stoltz up ahead. He might get caught here before this race is over. Oh, he will. They'll catch him here in turns 1 and 2 with 2 laps to go. Where's the 44 car go? We remember last week in the non-charter race at Atlanta, Zach Stoltz was a slower machine that ended up causing a caution when they split him 4 wide. It looks like he will get out of the way of the top 3. So he will not be an issue here today at ISM as the white flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. It's Michael Rood, Mike Wiley, Brad Stover to battle it out for the win here today. All 3 of them look like they are going to transfer, provided they remain where they are when we come around here to the checkered flag. But who's going to be the first one back to the checkered flag? Mike Wiley's within striking distance. Will he make a move down here to 3 and 4, or will he ride in the tire tracks and settle for 2nd? Looks like it's going to be the latter, as Michael Rood's going to cross the line. He's going to win the non-charter race here today at ISM. Mike Wiley in 2nd will transfer, along with Brad Stover, Pedro Lucas, and Natan Amiedo. That's going to be the drivers that will transfer in. Chris Dollerton will have to use his 5th and final championship provisional to make it into this week's main event race at the ISM Raceway. Just missing out, Laura Chung, Harrison Ponder, Dawson Wise as well. Poteet and Dearborn going to be the completion of your top 10 here today in the non-charter race. All 26 drivers finished the event, 25 of them on the lead lap. Zach Stoltz just got lapped with about 2 laps remaining, as he, as well as Voiles and Moore, were involved in our first and only caution of the day back on lap number 5. So our 5 drivers, our top 5 have transferred in. Chris Dollerton finishing in the 14th position. Final championship provisional for him. So now the task is going to be trying to definitely make sure he makes races. So far, he is 0 for 5 in just racing his way into the main event. He's had to rely on the championship provisional in all 5 races so far. Daytona, Manassas, Las Vegas, Atlanta, and now here today at ISM. But he will join Rood, Wiley, Stover, who's going to make his 2nd start of the season, back-to-back starts. Pedro Lucas and Natan Amiedo. Mike Wiley, I believe, and Michael Rood, they are both making their series debuts. So they were fast here in the non-charter race. We'll see what they can do when we get to the 63-lapper tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed today's qualifying race from ISM. certainly looks like it's going to be an ISM race to look forward to tomorrow based on what we saw here today, the racing all the way through the field. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. These are your full finisher results. We gave you the 6 drivers that are transferring into tomorrow's main event, and we will see you until then. I've been Seth Cole, and you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.